What the heck was the American Homestead Act? And why should I care?
Ever heard of modern homesteading? Well, it goes all the way back to this moment in history. Not that long ago, America had a frontier. 5 generations ago, America had a huge amount of land that was unsettled and wild.
Yes, there were indigenous people on it.
That deserves a whole nother video in itself.
The frontier was turbulent, violent.
America as a country wanted it settled and domesticated.
Thus, the Homestead Act was passed.
About the time of the Civil War, 1862-ish,
the federal government would give you 160 acres of land for free if, and this is a big if, you could build a house on it and farm it. This was called proving up your claim. What the government didn't tell you as a homesteader was just how barren, dry, and brutal the West was, and how much you'd suffer trying to live off of acreage that small. But hey, a lot of people took the offer and tried their luck. Life in cities was pretty bleak. This looked like a better option.
This whole idea of modern homesteading goes back to this act. You get a small plot of land, get some chickens, maybe a milk cow. Basically, you make a small holding or a mini farm on it. And all your dreams come true. It's a very human desire to live simply off your own mind and muscle, have a sense of small community with your neighbors, and steer clear of cities.
Not to burst any bubbles, but that's not usually how life ended up working out for homesteaders back in the day. The government wanted them out there to domesticate the West. But basically, they were thrown to the wolves in terms of survival. Nobody cared too much if they lived, died, or eventually proved up their claim. There were always more people to replace them.
Montana, Wyoming, Alaska, these were tough territories to get by in. The soil, the weather, the wildlife, everything was against you as a pioneer.
160 acres might be enough for a dukedom in England or Ireland, but it wasn't enough to feed a family on in North America. Not to mention that such an influx of people basically destroyed an ecosystem that's only now trying to be intentionally rebuilt. Long and short of it, homesteaders had it really, really tough out west.
But okay, let's sum it up. From 1862 all the way up till the 1930s, the Homestead Act gave free land to any settler, man or woman, who was willing to live and work on the land. Fun fact, any person, unless you were a Confederate soldier who bore arms against the Union, then nothing for you.
This law, for better and worse, settled the last of the American West and made a generation of men and women who were resilient, fiercely independent, and profoundly unique. Check out the 1889 Project to learn more about what one of these humble pioneers was like and the homestead house he built in the Montana Territory. Cheers.